Okay, chat, today we have a very special guest because I wanted to learn the ins and outs of Street Fighter 6 pressure. It's actually pretty nuanced, and I think I'm really bad about this aspect of Street Fighter 6. But you know who is not bad about Street Fighter 6 offensive pressure is this guy right here, Riddles, formerly Smash Bro, now taking over the world of Street Fighter 6. And you might have recognized him from his recent performances this year. He was one of the players to make it out of the Esports World Cup with a legendary run there. Went on to play very well in the Esports World Cup itself. He got a top 4 finish at UFA 2025 and his first top 8 at a CPT Premier. You saw him at Street Fighter League getting second place as one of the most valuable players on Team FlyQuest. You also saw him at Frosty Fossings just recently beating Punk on his way to get a top 5 finish. And more importantly, you saw him gatekeep me at Sajam Slam, and he took the first place prize, man. He took it from me. But now we're going to take something from him. We're going to take the lessons of how to optimize offensive pressure in Street Fighter 6 because this guy has the knowledge that I am trying to acquire, and maybe we can all learn something together. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. We've been watching your recent tournament runs. You've been cooking them pretty good recently. I feel like you're not proud of your recent performances though.
Man, dude, it goes back to when we were talking about, man, FGC culture. Everything is first place. Everything is fucking first place here, dude.
That's true. That's true. You're not getting the clout. You're not getting the payments, the clout from the fifth place.
I mean, like, okay, internally, obviously, I'm happy with my progress, and like, I'm never satisfied.
I feel you.
It's the competitor in all of us, dude. Nobody's. I think this is most people too. Nobody's ever satisfied.
But you're on the verge, and
I'm on the verge.
You're on the verge for sure of a big win. And of course, I'll let you know like one thing I wanted to cover today because I feel like you demonstrate such a clear example of the mind games of the up close pressure game in Street Fighter 6, which is something that I am so weak at in this game. I feel like, but when I watch you play. Your ability to like navigate like this stagger light pressure, condition people to block, get grabs, or open them up, or clip them low finally when they want to escape your pressure is like really next level. And I think you're one of the best players on the planet at doing that. Like that's I actually believe that.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's why I hit you up. I was like, I want you to break it down.
I do believe that Terry is like especially good at that concept just because of how good his lights are and like just how his like normals work accordingly. But this is like universal. Like this concept is definitely universal to every single character in the game.
Can you just like demonstrate a little bit of your offensive pressure? Like pretend I'm like scared of you in the corner. Like what would you do to try to open me up?
Well, throw is one of them.
Right.
Throw is a really, really good option. I think meaty jabs are really good. Like throw after throw, I'm +1 here, I believe. So yeah, like obviously normal meaty lights just as like a bread and butter is good. Not why I wouldn't dash up, but you know, walk up. Standing heavy punch is very, very good. Very easy to hit confirm. Also chips their drive gauge, which is very, very important. Sometimes it's just worth it to do it, right? Just to chip out the drive gauge because of how important it is.
Sure, but like when I see you in the corner, like you have this rhythm to what you're doing. And you're able to like stagger this light pressure and you build this space. Like you kind of take these micro steps in and out while doing that. And eventually you just disrespect the negative frames and just get in their grill and throw, right? Like you have a real rhythm with how you stagger these things. And of course, if any opening hits, you confirm it. But eventually that lets you get in for that throw pressure. And so I guess that's what I want to like isolate and figure out the pieces that make that go.
All right. So let's say you like block like a crouch medium punch drive rush, right? So I'm plus here. So obviously the normal thing a lot of people do is just a normal throw, right? So this is like a layer 1, right? Another part of layer 1 is just do like normal immediate timings with lights, right? Or you know, stuff like this, right? That's good because you know it catches people mashing.
And then also like if I walk away, right? Like if you go for that same like the low timing, right? If I try to walk out of this because I'm scared of the grab, yeah, you get that as well.
The layer 2 is doing like delayed stagger offense. So for example, I would like walk up. I would do like this, and then I do like a walk up short and try to confirm off of that. Because what this will do is that it'll catch people back walking or doing like a delayed throw or a delayed button. See that?
Yep. You're trying to like read their timing, right? Like, and just to also make it clear for people, like the reason why, like why would I even delay my options here on defense?
Why would you
What
delay your
is the
options
point?
here on defense?
Yeah.
So you don't get hit by this stuff. So you don't get hit by the immediate pressure, you know, throw. It covers a lot. Delayed defense is just really good in general because it covers a lot of options, right? You're forcing the opponent to get to the next layer, right?
Right.
If you do delay option. But obviously, like, this is good or like just immediate timings are good in general because it will blow you up for just mashing.
So what if you go for the immediate medium, for example, and I'm just like mashing my throw because I'm scared out of my mind? Can you show like what you get?
Could get all this. I mean, that was a waste of meter, but you get the point.
Right. So most good players are willing to like take the throw in that situation.
Yes.
Like they don't want to. So what it feels like to me is not only is your delay timing to catch a delay tech, because immediate throw tech or immediate mashing is so easily with layer 1 blown up to a full combo. I feel like you're planting the idea in people's minds like, oh shit, he's actually approaching me and trying to extend his turn. Because I feel like if you do like this pressure, if I block this out, like if you block like that, like it's over, right?
Yeah.
Like I glued to down back and you did all the immediate offensive timings to me and I block it out. Your turn is over, and then I basically get to go back to playing neutral and can try to win the next interaction.
Yeah. Also, you also just wasted like 3 bars as well if you get strong there.
Yeah. So, but your offense, like you have all these little patterns. Like you showed the first delay timing. You're not just delay timing. I feel like you're playing a psychological trick on people. The way you move, like it's very. I really like that. The dance you perform in that situation, because like you showed this, but you didn't just do like delay timing sitting still.
Yeah.
You like walked up and had a specific timing. So can you describe like what that is and why?
I walk up because a lot of people will either do a delayed throw, right? Approximately like 4, 5, 6 frames. Delayed throw, or they want to walk back to escape from the pressure, right? So doing stuff like this is just good in case they want to like walk back.
Right. And you can convert that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you do this correctly, sometimes I mess up the timing. You will also cover EXDP and super. So try to EXDP during the string.
Right.
There I delayed it slightly more.
Oh, I messed that up. It would have worked.
Yeah. You see how I pressed it? I don't know if you can see my inputs, but I pressed like it, crouching like it.
Yes, I see the input. So you still walked up and still did your delay pressure, which would beat me walking back or beat me like delay teching, like right there.
Exactly.
But you still blocked the DP. And super, that would be easier. Like even with super, like that's easier.
Super is way easier. Yeah. That's why delay timing is actually amazing. It's actually amazing. Like sometimes it's hard to time the EXDP, right? Because it's just immediate, right?
Right.
Most of the time 5 frame startup. But again, supers is the freeze frame. So it's like, that's instant. And you'll just be able to react accordingly.
Obviously, I know this, that delaying buttons, you can beat reversals, right? But I don't think I've consciously, like, done this sort of pressure and then walked, block, then button.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I usually walk button, immediate timing. And that's also interesting because I feel like, obviously, if I did immediate DP in that situation, like right after I blocked your jab, like... But a lot of people try to shimmy there, which is not good. It's not a good shimmy because, you know, this beats that
this
now.
happens. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing like I'm aware of that I've been employing a lot since they changed that a few patches ago. The reduced pushback on a lot of them. I feel like that's so godlike, right? Like this, like just immediately mashing throw on defense became so much better because
reversal throw is a very underrated defensive option because it'll actually beat, like if you try to do reversal throw and I try to walk up to you, look what happens.
Yep.
See?
It beats the fake shimmy and the walk up option.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously I could do delayed throw as well. I messed it up, but right?
Okay. So you're saying to do delay throw sort of like your delay button timing, so like you still block the DP but also tech the grab.
Yes, exactly. Well, you know what delay throw loses to? Mash.
The immediate mash.
So it's all a mind game. Like you have to understand that these people are like, everyone's human, right? Street Fighter, I think that's one of the more like underrated concepts because people kind of view ranked, especially in ranked, people kind of view their opponents as just like bots. Like this might be somewhat
Which
off
they
topic.
might be. I don't
Which they
have
might be,
evidence.
they might
Listen,
be.
they could be advanced AI. I can't confirm or deny that.
It's important to catch on the rhythm of what your opponent's doing. If they like doing delay timings or if they like doing immediate timings, you know? And you know, there's more to this concept as well. Like how much health does this person have? How much drive gauge does this person? How much SA do they have, right? Also, it's important to note that this concept isn't exclusive to like low for driver's pressure. It's exclusive to like any sort of like plus frame pressure, right? So I'll say for example, driver's standing heavy punch. I'm +5 here, so obviously I can do shimmy, right?
Right.
But also, it's just good to do this as well, right?
Right.
Immediate timings in case they want to, because a lot of people in that situation want to backdash or jump to get away from the situation, right?
Ah, true.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that because they're afraid of the plus frames. You know, they don't want to deal with all this shit.
Right. Especially mid-screen, like jumpback is
Jumpback is very good.
Yeah, so good
Very
against
good.
just it blows up all delay throw pressure, anything, and it's really hard to convert usually with lights if people just hold up back.
Exactly. But you know, at that point, then you lose to the basic stuff like this, right?
Oh,
Immediate
shit.
timings.
I didn't
Right?
realize the second heavy punch would keep you grounded there. How about the next layer? So I think for me personally, like just consciously being aware of like delay, block, then button is a subtle but key difference that I don't think I was consciously, like maybe I do that subconsciously, but I don't think I consciously think about it that much. I just kind of end up blocking DPs and supers randomly. So that's a really minute like difference that I'll definitely keep in mind.
Yeah. I was just gonna say earlier, like you can do this sort of stagger pressure with your plus frames as well, right? Like this interaction will beat EXDPs. It'll blow up delay throw, right?
Yeah. Any way you can get into the plus frame, you can apply the same principles.
Exactly.
So say we get to that layer though, and they don't get opened up. Maybe they did like a little micro walk back block, whatever. But like what ends up happening is we get to this situation where they blocked it, and you're here. Like you went for the stagger, delay light low to catch walk back and block reversal, stand light punch. It seems almost over, right? Because at this point, the weird thing about Street Fighter 6 to me is that all the lights are negative. There's a mind game
Street Fighter 5
here.
is plus.
Yes, which Street Fighter 5 was way easier to flowchart this stuff, where you just structure your strings and until they pushed you out. Like I would just continue the string with a medium, and then we're out of like the danger zone. Like most characters aren't going to reach at that range, and we're back to neutral. Or I can choose to use the plus frames to walk in and extend my turn at the risk of you mashing on me. That was like the Street Fighter 5 flowchart. This game, you block a light here. Yeah, I'm actually -1 on offense, but there's still this whole wheel of options where, you know, maybe your light won't even reach me, and I can extend with like maybe a 5 LK or something. Like you're gonna whiff your light and all that, and maybe you walk in sometimes. Like your variance of options at that point, I think is super unique, and that's the part where I'm like the least comfortable. And so that's
Like
what I want to understand is that
the
next
concept
layer.
of like offensive lights.
So like after 3 lights, like this typical light string, like what are you doing basically? What is the layer 1 for most people?
A lot of top players actually like to use light kick.
Okay.
A lot of top players like to use light kick to like, because how many times has this happened to you?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah. A lot. So try doing that against me.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's the Street Fighter 6 classic right there. People in this game are mashing mediums on block all the time because the idea is like as soon as they see that the next light is going to potentially whiff. I mean, sometimes people react after 1 light and they just start mashing, crouching medium punch because they just know. Like it's crazy that awareness people have.
It is hard to react. You have to be extremely aware of all of your opponent's options. I played Street Fighter 6 for a good like year without studying frame data and not really knowing a lot of situations. Like obviously I have a general idea of. Yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
like say from like 2023 to like end of 2024, I never studied frame data. I will tell you guys this right now. The moment you guys start memorizing every single frame data button like a fucking nerd, you will get 10 trillion times better. Look what happens when you whiff a button and I just do nothing. All right? So try to do the reversal crouching punch, right?
Sure. Right.
That's the next layer.
Obviously, that's like the layer 1 with this interaction, right? So any like, you know, competent Street Fighter 6 player is going to kind of know this at this point. The 3 lights is like your safest stagger pressure. It beats all the frame traps, or frame traps everything. It prevents you from walking back, but it's the most predictable offense is the problem. And it immediately sets up this like last interaction guess where either if you overextend, if they mash a medium, you get counter hit, or that. But if you just wait, you can maybe delay and catch a whiff. So that is like a super common at this point. Like if you're in 1700 MR or 1600, like you get that. I think where it gets funky is then the variance there when you start adding in your dance, because even like from how we established this thing, your delays, you're kind of in that same situation here where your next light is probably gonna whiff, and then you have to extend your pressure either with a walk or medium to frame trap, and then they might press a button to snipe you, but you can still do nothing to bait out a whiff. So how are you varying your timing and your options with walks, nothing, buttons, and like what type of variations are you doing in these situations to keep it so that the opponent is always scared?
Rotating the options, well, first of all, obviously knowing like what the player does. I analyze the timings of every single player that I fight. When you're on ranked and just tilted, you're not thinking about any of this stuff. But when you are locked in and focused, you are thinking about what does my opponent like to do? What is his like defensive habits? Do they like to do immediately mash or just do like nothing, right? Or delay timing. But there's also the resource game, right? There's the health. There's the drive gauge, right? Sometimes it's just worth to just keep doing this because, look at that. Look at how much drive gauge I just hit, right?
Okay, just keep it airtight if you're focusing on attacking the drive gauge.
Exactly.
You're not trying to make them open up to get damage. You just kind of want them to block and just take the drive gauge.
Also, does this guy like to do EXDPs, right? Does this guy like to do supers, right? Then I started incorporating my delay pressure. And then, but like, this guy's just mashing all the time. All right, I'll just media you over and over. Sometimes it's just worth to keep it tight because you're down 2 bars of drive gauge after EXDP. So, all right, is this worth to just keep going? Like, look at my health. If say I'm at 100 health at EXDP, sure, whatever. Like you're down 2 bars of drive gauge, and all of a sudden, one bad interaction, you're burnt out. And you fucking die. And you die.
Yeah, so go along with the attacking the drive gauge. You don't care if they try to bust out. You keep it airtight because you trade your life for them to burn the resources. That makes a lot of sense to me, and I employ a lot of that, but I still want to see like a little bit of like, say you are playing a high-level opponent who's a little bit more risk-averse, right? And maybe they like to default to just mid-screen especially. They're the walk back and block type, right? They're just kind of trying to reset it and then try to find a way to check you and reset to neutral.
Yeah.
What are some timings and like strategies you utilize to keep that pressure going after the first time you make them block?
But I think about like a delayed timing of what and certain options that they like to do. So for example, if they like doing delayed throw, I'm gonna do a driver's heavy punch and try to do a delayed throw. See that?
Right.
Shimmy is not the only way to blow up delay tech, guys. And you don't know why this is good as well, because it'll also beat EXDPs. So try doing EXDPs this time.
Oh, I see. You're doing the same. Yes.
Look at that.
That walk timing is literally planting the idea into my brain to throw tech, because I don't think I would in a real match after blocking this, I would not fall for a shimmy because I would be like, there's no fucking way I'm teching here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right?
I'm like, you're plus 10,000. I'm not teching here. But the moment you do this and you go, like, you go, it is super. See, that was too short. Like, what I just did right there, that was too short of a walk compared to what you did. Yeah.
I think I really started to like, not to glaze myself, but I do really think that I started to improving a lot once I started incorporating these delay timings.
I think a lot of fighting game players understand the delay timing to blow up options, but it feels like there's these timing thresholds. Like this number of frames of a delay while walking triggers this response in people a lot of the time, because that's the other part of this that is a little hard to master, is the fact that if you just do airtight strings, you lose your turn. You lose the ability to hit them.
And you lose 3 bars of drive gauge.
Right. But if you walk in a little bit, on top of the potential for trying to bait them to maybe open up with a tech or mash. I feel like there's times you just want to walk in to extend your block string pressure as well. Even if you don't care if they get hit in that first interaction. That's a good option with Terry specifically, right? This
yes.
Because this the quick burn, OD quick burn, because it's pretty safe, right? That's -4, but it's totally spaced out. But yeah, that's a super strong option. Not many characters have that like autopilot, like bring it all the way back to the airtight option to prevent anything. And this has like 3 different frame trap points, right? Like between the jab, the short, the stand jab, and then the cancel to this. That's pretty unique having that option. Like, is there any other
this is why I said that Terry specializes in this, I believe. It's just how his moveset works and how his light works, right?
Right. Because even if after you do the 3 lights, like if I mash after the 3rd light, I think I get counter hit by the OD quick burn, right? Yep. Which means if I then get scared of that OD quick burn and I delay my options, you could potentially just walk in and keep the pressure going even after 3 lights.
How many times have people hit you with this fake shit?
You hit me with this all the time.
Yeah, because it's scary, right?
This specifically is the level that I fall off at completely right here. So this is the layer when you finally bring it back to doing grabs, because I think I've done delay timings forever, right? Like I get a lot of that, but I think being able to tie it all the way back to getting the proper throw and not also doing stuff like this and just whiffing, like even just fucking it up and like trying to do it too quick. So what is your mentality with like the delay pressure where you finally cash in on that fear to then go for these walk-up grabs? And is there any like thought process you have with when to walk-up grab, how far, the timing?
It really depends. Depends on like the drive gauge too, right? Like drive gauge, health, SA, all of these resources.
Okay, so you gotta always consider the situation on that. I think for me personally, and this is something that has to switch when you get to higher level. It's like I always tend to default to more tighter pressure because I just assume everyone's mashing their face off. But yeah, it definitely
that's most people. Honestly, that's a lot of. I feel like a lot of reasons why people don't get this concept is because a lot of people just don't know it, right?
Right. Because in most ranked levels, people are just mashing all the time. So you're better off understanding how to just keep things airtight entirely. The 2 examples I think is like something that I can take away is thinking about block first, then button on delay timing to increase the success rate of blocking reversals on pressure. Because that's something that I do sometimes, but it's not something I like totally consciously do. And the other thing is I think understanding specifically when I'm going for the actual throw tech blow up options, because there's a huge difference between just that delay and like that delay. Like it was maybe 2 frames of difference, but that actually means so much, and I think that's something you could practice.
It is something you can practice in training mode. It's just like a lot of people just don't think about this stuff. Right.
It's almost like an execution thing, like timing, like getting down to an absolute science or delay timing. Because I, for the most part, when I delay time, I'm playing based on feel. Like I feel like this delay time will work versus you as a human. But having a couple of like concrete, like this is my delay timing from this situation to blow up this option, makes it a lot more of a science that I think is more replicable.
It is a science.
You can iterate a lot faster. It's very simple when you say it. Like obviously delay the button to beat their delay, but like it exponentially opens up in the number of options with the different characters and matchups and timings, and then do they have this move or not? Like, you know, it quickly starts exploding in the variance and what it could be. Well, this was very eye-opening, Riddles. How about this? You know what I'm thinking? Should we do a quick little set to to round it out, like a first to 3 or something? What do you think?
Well, humble first to 3, bet.
Now, how do I not fall for your delays? You just start throw looping me. I'm not falling for it.
See, I catch your extended pressure with that.
Yep. No, nice timing. I'm just dead. Oh my god. Nice.
No, I don't think so. Maybe you are dead.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
This game is crazy. That was an unchecked.
You did it when the wall was invisible. That's the dirtiest of the DIs. No. I'm trying to catch your walk back, man. Okay, hold on. It's not going good for me.
Was that crouching medium kick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your delay timing was too good. Okay.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is. I fucked up.
And I whiffed.
Yep.
Goddamn.
You did light into button, and I just waited.
You just waited. Fuck.
I did just wait.
What I mean, man, your timings on this shit is crazy.
I just play a lot, dude. I play. You go to enough tournaments. You fucking travel for this shit.
Clean.
You fight Punk every goddamn tournament. Punk is amazing at this. His timing, his delay timing is the fucking best in the world, dude. Like,
trust
I
me,
cannot.
I used to be playing Punk in Street Fighter 5 tournaments all the time, and I was like, what the hell's happening?
like, dude, he's so you know something like, dude, like very often, wake up supers almost never work on Punk because he will always. Like, not always, but he will a lot of the times do the safe option of like delay jab and cover for that option, right? But then once you think that he's gonna delay jab, all of a sudden he meaties you, and I'm like, what? Like, I hope it wasn't too confusing. It might sound a little confusing for a lot of people, but this concept will elevate your gameplay if you incorporate this. Trust me.
If they're confused, it doesn't matter. It was free coaching for me, so I will take it. That was very illuminating. I think I need a bit more practice to figure out like more concrete timings. Like I really like the idea of the delay block timing, getting a bit more concrete with that. The delay timing specifically to understand certain setups with your character that are like, this is when I go for this setup with this timing to beat this option, such as delay tech, and also the delay wait to bait out whiffs as well to catch people overextending. These are all options that I use, of course, but I think seeing them laid out a bit more explicitly and then trying to find that with your own character and your own style is definitely the key to elevate and to have all those situations in your back pocket. So hopefully that was illuminating to you guys, right? Like, I know it's a very lofty concept, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. And shout out to Riddles again.